And the other big story of the day, 48 hours before Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman was tragically murdered, she expressed hope for people to talk more in person and spend less time online. Danny Spewak spoke with Hortman that day and has more from one of her final interviews.
After finishing the state budget, Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman invited me into her office last Thursday for a customary post-session interview.
Okay, Representative Melissa Hortman, Speaker Emerita.
Great.
Our conversation largely focused on how the divided legislature managed to complete a budget.
When we were putting together the budget deal, I wasn't thinking a lot about politics or elections. I was thinking about what is the best deal we can put in place for the state.
Toward the end, though, we changed the subject to social media and how parties use them in campaigns.
Is that something you've made a concerted effort with, or?
Yeah, well, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm a little bit older than the generation that's really good at social media. It's interesting to me. I wonder if social media didn't just peak a year or two ago and people are starting to talk to each other again, because I think we've all figured out that on social media what you see is a reflection of your smallest social circle. So my hope is there's going to be a little bit of a resurgence of more mainstream media, but also just people having conversations with each other and not staring at their screens.
That answer is particularly enlightening given what happened after her assassination less than 48 hours later. In social media posts, Republican U.S. Senator Mike Lee of Utah seemed to make light of Hortman's murder, with references to Marxists and Governor Walz. Lee has since taken the post down after members of the media and Minnesota's U.S. Senator Tina Smith confronted him on Capitol Hill.
This is not a joke, and he needs to understand over 7 million people dialed into his message on social media. He has a powerful platform. He should not be using it to spread misinformation.
Minnesota Republicans also widely denounced Lee, including State Representative Harry Niska, one of the top Republicans in the House. Senator, I agree with you on many issues, but this is a very bad take on so many levels, he said. You should reconsider this one. Speaking more broadly about political rhetoric, Republican State Senator Zach Duckworth also called on everyone to do better.
Seek to take the temperature down, be very mindful of the words that we use, the things that we say, and just remember at the end of the day, we're all neighbors, we're all Minnesotans, we've all got families and loved ones, and let that be what we see first.
Which goes back to what Melissa Hortman said about social media last week in one of her final public statements.
I think we've had a phase of an addiction as a society to these little screens, and people are tired of it and breaking away from that, and I think that's healthy.
And a procession was held yesterday for the slain couple. They were transferred to a funeral home in the Twin Cities. Meanwhile, mourners continue to leave notes at a memorial inside of the state capitol. We also learned this morning that the couple's golden retriever was also killed in the attack. Funeral details have not yet been released.